Yeah, we approached the match like a normal match, taking the scoreline out of the equation. I think we'll make a mistake if we start the match with having the 3-0 scoreline in our heads. We know we've seen Champions League finals where teams are leading 3-0 at halftime and coming back to win it. And we take it as a halftime, but a halftime, not a normal 45 minutes. We have 90 minutes to play. So we'll approach the game trying to score goals. That will be our approach going into this one. Gabadinho Mango is ruled out. Mm, Definitely not available. We still await on Tyson, Lorch, and Jukamanja. We'll get the final reports later in the day. Then we'll make a decision to do a late fitness test or not. Yeah, I'm in constant contact with the coach 3-4 times a day, and he definitely has his finger on the pulse. Um, we know we have to approach the game not going into it complacent, not thinking already with one hand in the final. No, we approach the game with this semi-final with the score 0-0. If you approach the game really wanting to score and not immediately going to defend the 3-0 goal line, that is the approach we want to take, and that is how we will start the match. You have to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is Kaizer Chiefs who are 20 minutes with exactly the same squad from winning the league. In the last game of the season, they lost the league, and that is how we approach them. We see them as exactly the same team that was competing for honor. They only lost one player, George Maluleke, and they have exactly the same squad. Yes, a different technical team, a different coach, but we know their strengths. We know how dangerous they can be, and especially with an experienced coach like Gavin Hunt, where he is going for goals. They can immediately turn the game around. So we will definitely not go into the game undermining Kaizer Chiefs, but really knowing their strengths and preparing the game as a normal game. Like I said, with the approach of the score 0-0 and not 3-0. Yeah, on the one hand, I don't think it's time to feel sorry for him because looking at his squad he had last season, looking at the squad that he has now is definitely an upgrade. Definitely an upgrade in terms of the quality of players they have, and definitely an upgrade in terms of the squad stature in Kaizer Chiefs. So they have a quality side. They have a quality squad. At the moment, yes, they were not able to strengthen, but like I said, that squad got them to 20 minutes from winning the league. So let's not undermine the quality of the squad. And I think that is what's going around. They are quality side. They came close to winning the league, and we expect a really, really tough game come Sunday. No, it's because the coach has put in the structures. It's quite easy to continue the structures he put in. Like I said, I'm in contact with him 3-4 times a day, and it's not many big decisions that we make together. But all the structures are in place. The players know exactly what to do in terms of with the ball, in terms of without the ball, and just tweaking game per game. It's different when you play Bloemfontein and Celtic playing against a three defense line and playing a derby. It's completely different, but because the structures are in place made by the coach, it's quite easy with him constantly on the phone being connected to us. It's quite easy to continue. It's our job to constantly remind them. It's easy, maybe not on a conscious level, but on an unconscious level that they think it's done. But it's us as a technical team that constantly have to remind them. There's examples in the past, like I mentioned before, Champions League finals where games are overturned. And if you analyze the first game, I think it's mentioned widely by the head coach of Kaizer Chiefs as well. Had they scored the goals, 2 goals in the first 20 minutes, it was a different game. And that is definitely a reminder for us going into this game, not to be complacent, not to think the game is done, but to really approach the game in a clear, structured way with our plan, what we want to exploit, what we want to do with the ball. And approach it like it is 0-0, and that's important for our players not to go into the match thinking that it's done and undermining, underestimating the power of Kaizer Chiefs.
Fadlu, the arrival of Wade Houston right back Was that the plan for him when you signed him, or it just so happened that he can play in that position? Thank you.
No, it was a clear plan to sign him as this attacking fullback. Um, if you're in a club where you have more possession than most teams in your PSL matches, you need your fullbacks to be able to attack, and it gives us a different dimension in terms of the right fullback slot. We have quality within the squad as well. Tabisa Monyani, Abel Mabaso, who are also all competing for the spot. So it was a clear plan to bring in a type of profile fullback with the qualities that he has. And yeah, it's only the first step. He still has to get used to the structure, get used to what we do with the ball, which positionings to take up in certain areas of the pitch, defending as well, certain structures that we have, whether it's in a zonal structure, whether it's in a man-to-man structure in certain areas of the pitch, learning, adapting, and so far so good. But there's still lots of improvements to be made as well. Sam and Mabasa are still on plan. They are still on course for their rehabilitation program. I've mentioned earlier with Mango being out for the derby, and we wait the doctor's results later on this afternoon to make a decision whether the rest of the players are available for a late fitness test or ruled out of the derby completely. I mentioned it before. It's an approach where we know a goal could really put us in the advantage stage of the game. We don't take this 3-0 as an advantage because you can see the early goal, the game turns immediately on its head. So we have to approach it like a normal match and not get too excited by scoring and not get too excited by conceding. We just have to be clear, structured in our thinking and not be too concerned with the scoreline, but do our best in the game. We know it's a derby. Derby brings out its special games, and anything can happen in derbies. We know how unpredictable it can be. So we just have to be calm, clear, structured in our approach, not go wild in terms of attack, not go wild in terms of sitting back and defending, but approach the game with a clear, structured plan, which we've devised, and start the game and see what approach Kaizer Chiefs comes up with. We have our approach, we have our plan, what we are doing, and start the match that way. Yeah, there's so many different ways they can play. Look at, if you watch their last match, they played three different formations within the same game. Just with the flexibility of their players, they have and different qualities they have in their squad. They are able to play many different ways, whether it's 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, as they have been lately, or even a three defense line. We know they're coming to attack. We know they need the goals. And that's no different for the way Gavin Hunt sets up his teams in any match. Knowing it's a special match, knowing it's a derby, we can expect anything and we're prepared for anything.